wits about you.
What? Hey, get away from my stew! What? No.
Hi everyone.
Of course not.
Mudtooth is the old grandpa in Ward 13 that sits on one side of the town. By talking to him after certain plot event points, you can listen to his everlasting stories, get some items and ultimately unlock the trophy for listening everything he has to tell you. I will point out the points when he has something new to say and show you all rewards along the way. When he is done with the stories, you will also get the item for the Gunslinger Archetype. I hope this video helps. Cheers!
We was trapped in one of them medicinal so we scrounged for ingredients. Well, that night was the best. And that, friend, is this. You won't believe. There's an old man what lives at the center of a maze. It don't matter. I mean, that ain't all. The maze, see, is like a... And he don't just watch. And if in this maze watcher decide... You're right. So I was on a scrounge. We came across this old hospital. But the root... No more. But the root had found those folks. Now the crazy eight, they were... But not me. I knew those folks needed help. When it was over, the crazy eight looked like mud. Back when the earth fell, a dragon. It started in them wards. And just like those it took a night to slay. Yep, the dragon, a cyclops, a little... Well, so when the dragon finally did reveal... Oh, here's a... So, I got and said, we've been chased by these the others, they hope there was no way. But I weren't gonna stay out there with... I come busting, I stand up. And that, Fred, you are the best audience I've had in a long while, I tell you what. Howdy! What? This old mutter might... Let me see. You've been introduced to that girl Clementine? She's near as old as Ford is, if you can believe. You see, she was born... Clementine spent 100 years on a snow world. See, Reesome's full of giant talking. Clementine, she learned under the tootly edge of a two-hit. She don't talk about it, of course, on account of... This one's... I ever tell you how the world fell in the first place? It started in them wards, see? Secret military industrial Now, the root. The root weren't meant to repro... Well, we all... Only reason the root stopped was because the Wanderer, well, he flamethrower-sized their queen, see? Now, listen. You might hear Ford tell you something different. Which of us is most like to have been there? I ever tell you about the time I killed 3? So, I lived up in it, but one night, I wake up to a rustler neck, but they don't stop coming. And I'm thinking, so, I squint my good eye. It scrapes the pipe, and boom! Sure can. You want to know the truth to start off with. Why is that? Bo Ward, he don't believe me? He won't admit the boys more than he tells. You ever wonder what the world was like afore? The world was filled with people. I'm talking millions. Now, these folks weren't like us in that there world. Hey, and the world was a presidential. Yeah, it was a better... Oh, I reckon you got it. Well, now, I appreciate a listener as good as any. Welcome back, traveler. You're right. Ain't no one on this planet. She rules an old swamp. Folks say, if you climb... But the Moth Queen draws... Anyway, if you head off that way... Sure can. It's about the time. Mallory... We was on our way from... And that's when... Well, I was attacked. Now, I don't mind telling... We fought the rest... You'll like. I do miss the days when you could find. Oh, found this old. Finding that. Well, that can must have been 100. Well, I ain't one to. Woohoo! Damn. I nearly. When I threw the can aside, they stayed that way for at least. You won't believe. Let me tell you what those folks are up to. That was where they did their. And, the root. See? Right. And the root is. Yes, sir. But this army, it got a pretty good weapon, if you ask me. Not makes you think, though. Oh, here's... So this wanderer comes up to visit me. I'm thinking they'll get... And I think to my... Reminds me of my mom. That wanderer ain't too long after. I knew a good thing when I saw... Family's the most... You'll lie. You heard about the war. And that's where it was worst. And that's where Leto was. So, he says... And boy... Here, right? And I ain't talking about my stew this time. Take this and check back with me later. I'm sure I'll have some... Don't think I told you this one yet. You met my boy Brabus yet? Got into a scrap. Well, that boy's Paul Butt. Like I taught. Come to think of it, that's probably... Anyway, I pointed. And that... This city ain't with, and within that town, he calls it. I seen him. He says he watches, but sure can. Crazy 8 traveled a lot after. Anyway, we stayed anyway. Her old man. I opened it. Which one? Well, Mudtooth. We did, and that's the story. You won't believe. Long time ago, sanctuary boy. Yep, boy. See, they'd hook it up to a... Maybe. Nah, they just... Sure can. Did I tell you? It was after that, I tell you. Down there in that rusted place was just machinery and roots twisting everything. No, that old place was called Ward 10 and 7. You can see it plastered all over. And it was built by humans. By the folks Ford himself used to serve, if you can believe that. Oh, he'll deny it, I'm sure. But all them what were they up? No, it ain't. He's the king. The shrouded, soon as now the king. No, and that's what. Don't think I've been telling, like, oh, they say she's, see the old crazy old man, her grandmother, the thing. I don't care what it. Sure can. You met old, I reckon I know. That boy, I heard him cry. Caw! You're the best. Howdy. Oh, I reckon you're the best listener. I do believe I'm all out of stories. But tell you what, there's a bit of a constellation prize. Take this. I'm guessing that'll be a mite bit more useful to you than it is to me. Tell you what,
Traveler. Until next time.